You got it? There we go.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Good evening, everyone. I think I've seen everybody except, is Brian still on there? We don't know. But anyway, hopefully he'll be able to jump in. So I wanted to welcome everyone to our Monday night Zoom meeting. And to our guest, Anthony is a new guest here, so welcome. We're glad to have you. And Brian, hopefully he'll tune in at some point. So I'm glad to have everybody here. This meeting is going to go for hopefully 30 minutes. That's our goal tonight, to do that. And also we're going to be talking about the X39 patch. But before we get started, I'm going to read our disclaimer. And we are not doctors or medical professionals. And the information discussed is not intended to cure, treat, or diagnose or prevent any disease. If you're pregnant or nursing or on any medication or have medical conditions, please consult your physicians. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, and so with that, what we're going to do first, we're going to start with Shirley, so she can explain the X39 patches to us.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have here in my hand something that should be very familiar. It's the LifeWave X39 Stem Cell Activation Patch. And just like the name indicates, it activates the stem cells within the body. Now, when we're born with an abundance of stem cells. However, by the age of 25, 26, the stem cells in our bodies begin to reduce. And then by our mid-years or our midlife, they have reduced to a significant level, just become diminished. And so when we apply the stem cell activation patch to our body, it activates the ghk-cu peptides. And what these peptides do is they restore, they renew, and cause the body to restore, renew, and revitalize itself. But not only does it do that, it stimulates the activation of what's known as pluripotent cells. And pluripotent cells are migratory stem cells. These are cells that can move to any part of the body, to the major organs such as the lung, the heart, liver, kidney, the brain. So, but not only does it do that, I mean, these are really, it's really an amazing process. Not only does it do that, but it will reset genes. It will cause the body to restore and revitalize cells. But these pluripotent cells, when they travel to other parts of the body, they have a unique ability to create specific cells. For example, in the area of the lungs, with the body's innate wisdom, it can create new lung cells, or in the area of the brain, it can create new brain cells. And that's really important, the ability to have that clarity and mental focus. Not only does the stem cells do that, but they will reduce things such as inflammation, improve and enhance the immune system, reduce the level of time it takes to have wounds fully recovered. It, as I say, improves mental clarity and the focus of the brain. And I've mentioned the fact that it reverses the aging process. And I think that's important because we know that for decades in the US and around the world, it's been predicted that the elderly population would live for longer and longer periods of time. So with this here, what I want to say is that the process by which this works is known as something called phototherapy. Phototherapy is really a process that involves the light process. Phototherapy works with the body's own innate light. So you're not walking around with a lantern or anything. It's not a complicated process. So, and please excuse me, I might have lost my track there.
It's okay.
The product is actually very safe, and I'm pleased to say that it's safe. You know, with the curiosity of a child this afternoon, I actually caught myself sniffing the patch, which might sound kind of funny, but there was no scent of medication. You didn't smell that pharmaceuticals scent. You smell nothing, and that's because this process does not involve chemicalization of any kind. It's safe and it's effective. And it's important. I mean, if you just pause for a moment and just consider the potential of this, the potential for improving the quality of your life and the quality of life as we know it on the planet. So I want to encourage you to just research the product and use it. Give it a try.
Okay.
When you consider that we're going to be living on this planet for a long time, the end game is not just to say, oh, well, I outlasted somebody. It's optimal living and quality of life. Yes. And this helps. And what this does is it actually empowers you. You're no longer a bystander on the sideline saying, oh, well, in my family, traditionally our knees give out, or in my family, there's always early onset of Alzheimer's. This empowers you. My definition of the word empowerment isn't Merriam-Webster's definition. My definition is to invest one with the ability to do for themselves. And this gives you that ability. So thank you. With that, I'm going to pass it on to the next person to talk about the all-important process of where you apply the stem cells and the length of time that it has to stay on. So thank you for your patience.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Shirley. And we did, as I see, we got a couple more people that came on. We have a new person. I see Harvey on there and Ariana. So welcome, everyone. So with the patches, we're going to go, actually, before we do that, we're going to do a couple testimonies right now. I understand Horace. We're going to call on Horace first and have him share his testimony. Okay.
Thank you, Leumeria. I'm actually
Deborah.
I'm actually happy to be on tonight to share the latest of what's going on. For those of you who don't know my story, I'm just going to give like a brief highlight. I had been hospitalized back in April and was there for 6 weeks due to what I was diagnosed as kidney failure, congestive heart, and congestive lung. And I think that all happened fairly quickly, because I think it might have been exacerbated because I had COVID the 1st of January and then got over it. But I think some of that had maybe lingered and had exacerbated what got me in the hospital. But long story short, in addition to that, I had what was diagnosed while I was in the hospital with osteomyelitis in my right foot, which had been infected for almost a year, and it had gotten to that point. And some of you may know that when you're diagnosed with something that serious, usually they talk about amputation. And
can you explain what osteomyelitis is?
It's an infection in the bone. And it gets so serious where it goes so deep into the bone like that, where usually the protocol is to just amputate. And some of you know that I am an amputee. My left leg was amputated back in 2016 as a result of that and some other complications. So we didn't want to go down that road again. And that's what they were talking about. But I had been patching. I've been patching now for, I guess time goes by quick, I think 4 months now. And I said, oh no, and the doctor said that, it's like, no, we're not going down that road again. And a combination of that and making some lifestyle changes. I think I reported this a couple of weeks ago, but I found out that I was free of the osteomyelitis. It's gone totally. But that's not the story I want to share tonight. I shared that a couple of weeks ago. So long story short, again, because of those complications, I have not walked in almost a year. Well, today, and some of you know I'm on dialysis, and I have to go three times a week. And that's another thing we're working toward, being able to get off of that. But anyway, I had to go to my dialysis appointment this morning, and I walked into the center.
Awesome. Oh my
I see you.
Wow.
Yep,
Wow.
I had my little rollator, but I walked into the center. And
That's
everybody
amazing.
saw me and they were cheering me on.
That is
Dang.
wonderful,
Wow.
Horace.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the other report I want to share, my other praise report is I may have shared that I had been dealing with some pain in the jaw, which I think had been TMJ. And so again, I noticed as of yesterday, I'm probably about 95% pain-free. So
Mm.
that's the other thing. So, you know, it's not
Guys,
fun when
I'm gone.
it's not fun when one of the few pleasures you get out of life is eating, and that's painful. So it feels good to be able to enjoy eating again as well.
That's awesome.
So,
That's
so patch.
So it's been 4 months, Horace? 4 months?
No, it's been almost a year since I've walked.
Yeah.
It's only been 4 months since it's been 4 months
Since you've
patching.
been patching, yes.
Right.
4 months since you started patching. So you've come a
That's-
long way in 4 months. I mean, you know, I was reading up about sepsis, and it was saying basically that it's irreversible, and that, you know, allopathic medicine considers it practically untreatable, and that the only, just like you said, the only remedy is amputation, or else it's fatal.
Right.
And I thought,
And that's what the doctor told me way back in 2016. He said, your leg or your life, which one? And so, but then the second time getting sepsis, I said, no, we're not doing this again. And I don't believe anything is totally irreversible, because, you know, the other thing, and that's a whole nother story, is that I reversed type 2 diabetes as well, and they don't think you can do anything about that either.
that's right.
So it's you know, this has been my journey, reversing the irreversible.
Yeah.
Amen.
Look,
Awesome.
go ahead, brother.
You know, 'cause,
Yes.
you know,
I'm gonna bring my mom down to walk with you, Horace.
all right. And V knows, you know, back in April, I couldn't even lift my head, and look where I am now.
Yes.
That's awesome.
What an awesome praise report. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. So do we have anybody else? Any more testimonies that we have? Anybody?
I want to acknowledge Freddie, who's in the room, a guest.
I don't, okay, because I don't see that name. I see Harvey.
I see the name.
Yeah.
I
well,
don't.
Freddie is,
Hi.
hi. Welcome.
Hi,
Oh, okay.
thank you.
See it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'll just send a link, a Zoom link to someone. I mean, from someone about this, and that's essentially why I'm here.
Awesome. From Facebook?
No, some guy named Brian Kirk.
Oh, Brian.
Oh,
Brian's on. Brian, are you there?
Uh,
Brian's here, but he's not, I guess he's not able to speak. So welcome. Great, awesome.
Thank you.
So go ahead, Deb.
yeah. Okay. I was just waiting to see. Do we have any more testimonies out there? Anybody else?
I can
Dolores?
always throw something in there. And
Okay.
today I'm going to do what I often do, is throw it in there about a member of my generations. I took my mom for a physical today. And what we were talking about is I might have mentioned before, she had a cyst in the back of her knee, which is why walking has been somewhat of an issue for her. I mean, she does walk and uses a cane. But anyway, it was last week when we noticed she was not having any more distress, discomfort, or anything with her right knee, which a couple of years ago they used steroids, and that only worked for maybe 3 days or something. And then, so she said she didn't want any more of any of that. Anyway, she's been patching since April. And we don't know when this happened, but at some point between then and now, this ball cyst from behind her knee, which I understand is not a rare condition, that a lot of people get this. No problems with this whatsoever, no sign of it. So that's
Wow.
a quick, short, she's got a million little quick, short, just praise reports there.
Yeah.
But that cyst, you know, she's had surgery for that some years ago in, I think, the other leg, but this is nothing now, nada. And she's been patching.
And she's share your mom's, how
Her
young
age.
she is.
Oh, how young she is.
Yeah.
She is 92, and November 30th, she will be, as the elders in my family, although now I'm actually one of them too, but as we say, if, what is it? Yeah, she'll be that age. If the what, and the creek don't rise and all that other stuff, you know, she'll be 93.
Ooh.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
You know, and I would like to share is it Valoris?
Dolores.
Dolores, yeah,
Or
I
V.
have, it's called a Baker's cyst, and I
Yes.
have one myself, and it kind of comes and goes. It's in my back of my left knee.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's called a Baker's cyst or a popliteal cyst.
Okay.
And
Wow.
yeah, so they kind of come and, well, mine, you know, not pretty much active, you know, but it just, you know, it appears every now and then it goes away for a while. So yeah, that's
Well, this testimonial is for you, Tony.
Yeah, because she had that for years.
Okay,
and
yeah.
it did not go away for
Right.
years.
Okay.
But it's gone away now, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, and you know, to patch and to just all of a sudden realize, oh, whatever happened to this situation I had or that situation? And you know, it makes such a difference, you know.
Yeah. It's awesome too to, you know, have elders in their 80s and 90s, you know, start to regain energy that they haven't had in a long time and start to, you know, really have more energy, more vitality, able to do things that they haven't been able to do. Things start clearing up in the body and the body starts healing and repairing like it used to, you know, years ago.
And you mentioned taking pictures before. I'm going to have to take some pictures because I was looking at her and I'm sure that she's always had beautiful skin anyway, but at 92, you know, she had visible wrinkles and everything. Now I notice her face is looking smoother, you know, mine is looking smoother for that fact, but still, you know, it's just amazing. You know, we hardly think that at that age we will be able to have that kind of turnaround in our lives. So I'm excited for her and me and the rest of the generations in my family that we're now patching.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Anyone else? Okay, if not, then we're going to.
On mute.
Harvey's trying to say something.
Yeah.
Brian? Oh, no, Harvey?
Yeah, I think Harvey's.
You tell me you have to unmute yourself, Harvey.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Mute.
There
Guess
you go.
what? I found it. How's everybody doing? Hi
Great,
there.
great.
Really good.
And I've been hearing the awesome testimonies. I've been patching now going on about 2 months now. But with what I do, sometimes I forget to put it on, you know. But I have noticed when I do wear them, you know, the other day I work a lot of hours. I get up like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I be working 12-hour days and stuff. And I normally get maybe about 2 or 3 hours sleep, sometimes 4. And I wake up, I'll be tired. But I notice when I put on my 39 X39, then I put on my glutathione. I put
Zion.
glutathione, yes. I put that on, and then I put on the one that's over Y, Yaga.
YH. The
Yeah,
YH.
yes. And I put that on. I put one on my back, one on my neck, and one on my stomach. And I tell you, I have so much energy, and for not having slept that much. And I was I was at work today, this morning rather, and we were sitting around in the break room, just shooting the breeze and whatever, right? So, and this guy, I dropped down on my knees and say, "I'm sorry, please don't hurt me," and this and that, right? Then we'll just laugh, and I just stood right back up and whatever, right? The guy say, "How old you say you was?" I say, "I'm 72." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Wow, you are so flexible." You know? I say, "Yeah, I contribute that to my patches, and naturally, I take care of myself anyway because I do a lot of natural products and stuff." But I definitely could contribute the patches to a lot of my flexibility. You know, I just have to remember to use them every day, you know, but I like the product. I tell people about it, and they seem to be intrigued about it and stuff. So I'm looking forward for more greater results from this, you know. Okay, that's my testimony, and I'm rushing now. I'm rushing now to eat my dinner before before I got to get a shower and get into bed. But I definitely wanted to get on for a little bit and talk to you ladies
Awesome.
and gentlemen and whatever, you know. And this is awesome product, you know. So
Yeah.
far, I just had positive results from it, you know. But and I just got to do, you know, what Leumeria say. I had to set my alarm to let me know
Yes.
to take it off, you know.
Yes.
And so I get busy and whatever, and I forget all about it, you know. But
Right.
Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm gonna try to get mine done in 2 days.
That's awesome.
All
That's
right,
awesome.
ladies. That's my
Thank you.
testimony.
Thank you for that
All right.
awesome testimony, Harvey.
Yes, ma'am,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
That's great.
Mm.
All right. So with that though, so especially for our guests, they're probably wondering how these patches are applied and everything. We're going to have Janet explain the process of the patches and how we wear them. Janet.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
So,
Janet.
hi. So the patches are to be worn for a maximum of 12 hours on and then 12 hours off. You can wear it for less than 12 hours, but you definitely do not want to go over 12 hours wearing the patch. And that is very important because if you wear it for longer than 12 hours and don't give your body that 12-hour rest period, the body starts to become used to the patches and the effects of them are diminished. So you want to make sure that you do that 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Just set an alarm for the time you put it on, 12 hours later, the time you put it off, set an alarm so that you don't forget. You wear one patch a day. And well, you wear a patch one time, pardon me. You can wear more than one patch a day, but you wear it for one day and then you take it off and you throw it away. And the next day you put on a fresh patch. You can wear more than one patch at a time. And so more than one X39 and also more than one of the different types of patches at one time. The location for the X39 patch is to be placed. The recommended points are on the back of your neck. That's C7 there, or 2 finger widths below the navel. But if you intuitively feel to put the patch somewhere else, then you can do that as well. But those are the 2 recommended. I think that covers everything about
And
algorithm.
then the water.
Oh, yes. You want to make sure that you are drinking plenty of water when you're using the patches, because they start a detoxification process in your body. And if you're not drinking plenty of water in order to flush those toxins out, then you could experience some adverse symptoms from the patches.
Okay.
Or nothing at all.
Or nothing, right? They
Yeah.
may
A lot of
not
times
work at all.
people say I didn't experience anything. I've been wearing the patches, and 9 out of 10 times in my experience, those are people who don't like to drink very much water. So,
Speaking of which,
yeah. So yeah, the water is really, really important. I just had somebody sign up, and she said to me very clearly, I don't drink very much water. And I said, well, I said what I just said. Now, people who say that the patches don't work are usually the people who don't drink water. So, don't waste your money, drink water so that you can really put this to the test and see what, how your body is going to use these stem cells. The water is essential for the cells, right? So people who don't drink a lot of water, the cells are probably looking more like raisins. And so if we're creating a new army of stem cells, we don't want to create a new army of raisins. We want to nurture those stem cells. They're precious, and they're amazing, and they're magical cells. So really important.
Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, for those of you that were on the guests and everything, get back with the person that invited you and jump on board with the rest of us and get started. You'll never look back. You'll never be the same. You'll be glad you did it. So with that, we're going to end and say good night to everybody. Have a good evening, and we'll see you all unless.
All right, everyone.
All right.
Okay. Have a good weekend.
Good night, everybody.
Great week, everybody.
Thank you.
Weekend.
Night, everybody.
Much love.
Amazing call.
Night.
Good night. Peace and blessings.
good night.
Good night. Enjoy your night, because I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.